Good morning, today we are going to Kamakura. It is south of Tokyo. If you look at the map, you'll see that there are several ways that you can access Kamakura. Say for example you're travelling from Tokyo, then you can take the Yokosuka line directly to Kamakura. If you're travelling from more Shinjuku area, then you can actually take the Shonan Shinjuku line to Kamakura instead. I'm really excited to be going. I hear that Kamakura is a really nice place for sightseeing. It has the Daibutsu, the big Buddha, and also beaches and lots of different old sites to see, so let's go. Kamakura station out of the west exit. Our first destination on the trip was to Koutokuin temple, which is where the Daibutsu or giant Buddha is located. I would highly recommend walking to Koutokuin temple from Kamakura station. It's a short walk, it's only about 20 minutes long, and that way you get to experience the local town, you get to see the beautiful scenery that's surrounding the area, and you can't get lost. There are signposts literally everywhere, especially pointing to Koutokuin temple, pictures of the Buddha so that you will know where you are going. The sky was so incredibly blue, and everywhere you looked it was just so beautiful, and there was so much nature around, especially the temple itself. You can see that it's backed onto the hills and there's greenery everywhere that you look as well, so it's a really beautiful place. To enter the temple itself, it costs 200 yen, which in the UK is sort of somewhere between £1 and £1.50, and if you want to go inside the Buddha statue itself, you can actually go under it and back up so that you're inside it and see what it looks like. In terms of all the actual structure inside, it costs 20 yen to do so. In the UK that translates to a little over 10p. As you leave Koutokuin and wave goodbye to the giant Buddha, the next nearest big location is Hasadera Temple. On this trip I decided not to go, however when I come back to Kamakura next time I will definitely make sure I stop by. Number 2. Yuigahama Beach. Although it was incredibly windy that day, the view from Yuigahama Beach was incredibly beautiful. You could see the sea and how it shimmered under the sun, and it was just the most beautiful thing ever. And I would definitely love to come back in summer when the weather is a little bit better and definitely take a dip in the water. You can see that it wasn't too busy, obviously because of the weather, and you can also see the seaweed drying in the air, and I think that's really nice because it shows that sort of sense of local culture and how things are grown and produced in Japan. Number 3. Amanawa Shinmeigu. This shrine is said to be the oldest shrine in the whole of Kamakura, and yet there was nobody else there that day but me. It was so beautiful and so serene and peaceful, and I particularly loved the way that you could see the single tree blossoming at the bottom of the stairs. So before you enter the shrine, the first thing you do is take one of these cups and fill it up with the water. You wash your hands and make sure you pour it outside the basin, not inside, so that you're not contaminating. And then you do your mouth, so you pour it from the cup into your hand and back out, always outside the basin, and then you put the lid back. Upon entering the shrine you do a small bow and then you throw a coin into the offering box. I've always been told as a child that either 5 yen or 50 yen is a good amount to throw because they are both considered lucky. At this point, if there is a bell, you can ring it in order to get the god's attention, and then you bow twice, clap twice, and then bow once more as you pray. Some shrines will have their own special method of praying, however, as this is a normal shrine, you would just pray the normal way. Number 4. Zeniarai Benzaiten. Hidden away up a steep hill and enclosed within a cavern area, this is by far one of the most unique shrines I have ever visited. Everywhere you go, you can see and hear the sound of running water. I personally spent my time here in awe of the surroundings. Never have I been to a shrine where there has been so much water and the constant sound of water flowing. I found it really unique and truly a marvel to gaze upon. Upon visiting the shrine, often people will wash their money in the water, as it is said that doing so will help bring wealth and double your money. Snakes are also of significance to the shrine, as it is said that the day that the shrine was founded was the day of the snake. This shrine definitely felt a lot less touristic, as the majority of the people that were there were Japanese. This is also shown through the fact that there were no English instructions around the shrine, so if you are going to go and want to pray properly, then I suggest you either read up on how to pray, or you ask somebody who can understand Japanese to translate for you. Number 5. Kuzuharaoka Shrine. Putting the magnificence of the shrine itself aside for a moment, there were many other things that I really loved about this location. First of all, yes, of course, you guessed it, the water feature. And it was guarded by a real-life turtle. It's real, I promise. I saw it blink, I just couldn't get it to move for me whilst I was filming. To access the shrine is quite a trek, but you're rewarded by the flowers that pave the walkway, as it creates a somewhat picturesque scene for a picnic. If you're lucky, on a good day, you can also spot Mount Fuji from a viewpoint that is signposted. The shrine marks the grounds of which Toshimoto Hina was executed. You can visit his grave nearby. Within close proximity to the shrine is Genjiyama Park, in which you can learn more about Japan's military history. So I just went down a trail that looked like it would be fun, but I think it took me to a dead end. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Oh, I love it so much. I can't wait to come back again.